last episode we were on a podcast with Coop. Coop was saying that Get Rich or Die Trying is better than 400 Degrees, and this made me want to go back, listen to 400 Degrees, and review it because this album, number one, is a classic. And once again, the region bias shows its ugly head in hip hop. No one ever talks about this album enough. It doesn't get it's never, when we see greatest albums of whatever lists. When Rolling Stones drops their list, they're not putting 400 Degrees on it. They're not putting nobody's ever putting 400 Degrees on their top list when it deserves to be there. This album sold 5 million copies in from some artist from New Orleans. New Orleans only got 1 million people in it. So this album went nationwide from a small town, and it blew up. Everyone knows Back That Thing Up. Everyone knows that song. This album should get talked about way more, and it doesn't. So it's on us to
It depends on where you at, man. But yeah, 400 Degrees, man. I think I went through 3-4 copies of this album because I scratched it up so much. Because I was in high school when this came out, so we played this a ton.
Yeah.
So I'm biased toward this one. I know every word to this one.
All right. So then let's jump right into word for word and let us know what y'all think of this album down below. I want to know if you from the South, what you think of the album. I want to know if you from up north or from the West Coast or wherever, what you think of the album. Because and then let us know if you think this album is actually better than Get Rich or Die Trying, because it is 100%. So let's jump into track by track. First off, starts off with Hot. Classic.
Super classic.
Super classic song. I mean, there's not another song like this. This is Juvenile, like, all the way. There's no other. Let's talk about that, first of all. There's no other rapper like Juvenile. Right?
Nope.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I can't think of. There's nobody else with this style. There's nobody else that, before or after. He's just 100% original.
Yeah.
But I always love this song because it's just how this is exactly how I mean. If you don't know nobody from New Orleans and you hear
yeah,
this is how they be talking. Like, that you with that badass being son. Like, yeah. That's exactly how they be talking.
This song is fire.
So it's a funny concept. So the way he talks to him, the way he talks to the different people, and like,
it's funny too.
And there's a bunch of funny stuff on it. So
that song,
I'm a huge fan.
I don't know if this song is really classic or if it's just classic because down south from New Orleans, or if it's a region or globally classic.
Nah,
I mean, I guess it had to be huge because Jay-Z jumped on it.
Jay-Z jumped on a remix. That's what
got washed.
Yeah, it got washed. Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna talk about that when we get to the remixes.
Yeah, that's at the end. We'll talk.
Y'all want to talk? Or y'all want to just talk about all 3 versions right now? All right. So what? First of all, what do y'all think is the best version of the song?
3 versions. I thought there was only 2. What's the third version?
The Hot Boys remix, and then there's the Jay-Z remix.
Okay.
I mean, I love the Hot Boys one, but I love the original the most.
I like
the way the beat one's a little different.
The beat is different on the Hot Boys,
and it's cool.
Yeah.
And then I love all the different. I love the Hot Boys, man. When I was a kid, or when I say kid, I was in high school or middle school, I guess, when I first started listening to the Hot Boys, and it's like something about them. It just always makes me happy to hear their voices. To hear Turk and Wayne and BG,
BG
going back and forth,
verse on it.
I love BG, man. So there's so many like hearing them on these songs and all these different songs where they're all together in different ways is great. So I love it. Like I said, I love this album too much to be unbiased. I don't know how they feel in China about it since they got their hearts touched when Eminem came out. But I've been loving this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's then what y'all, Bryce, which one do you think is your favorite? Just the original?
I don't remember the Hot Boys one. I guess the original, yeah. The original one. Something about that song. I don't know. It just get me happy when I hear it. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
For sure. So I love that song. It's a classic. Now, would if you were, because again, so we got to do this discussion too. When Coop was on here, he was saying that he would that 50 Cent would beat Wayne in a versus as well. So would y'all play the remix uh in a versus for Lil Wayne? Or no?
I don't know, man. I don't know
Probably.
because if I pick my favorite Wayne songs from the Cash Money era when it was in the Hot Boys era, I'm probably gonna play stuff like I Need a Hot Girl, Tuesday.
Mhm.
No, he's not on them. Block Burner.
Yeah.
Block Burner was my shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's some other ones that I'll probably play more. I mean, or before this one.
Okay.
But I'll play Run For It though.
Okay, that's all I was saying. We got options on here, so we're gonna get to
we
it.
can
All
go
right,
for that.
so we wouldn't play hot. All right, just making sure because we're gonna put it on our list. So what about "Gonna Ride with Me"? I love this
Love
song,
it.
and it
Of course, I love the song.
it's a dope chorus. This is the other thing we didn't talk about. Got a dope chorus. People,
Well, that's a part of Soldier Rag.
yeah, but this has a dope chorus as well. And I think that's another thing that's underrated about him, just his songwriting, not just the.
Yeah, he always did that thing where he took a part from a song,
and
in the verse of a song, and then made that the chorus of the other song.
Yeah,
and so like that's
and then
that's
he does "Run For It" from whatever, yeah, and then yeah. So yeah, I always like that.
But I love Gonna Ride with Me.
Yeah. Flossing Season is I think one of the weaker songs, but it's still good to me.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a weaker song, but like I said, I like all of these songs. I ain't never mad at it.
I think that's probably the worst beat on the album.
Yeah. Ghetto Children. Nas the 40 side samples this song.
40.
Damn, let's say that again. I don't know how I missed that one because I love Ghetto Children.
I'm pretty sure it's this song. I can double check, but I'm pretty sure it's this song, the sample. And then Welcome to the Noise.
Of course, love that song.
I love that song.
Love that song. Love every song on it.
All right.
Now, don't they have like different versions? Like where Follow Me Now is on there or whatever?
I don't know. You tell me. Is there another? Am I looking at the wrong version?
No, like I remember.
No, wait, yeah, I do see. All right, hold on. When I click on,
because I remember having I think I had two different ones of it, and I think they were in different orders or something. I remember specifically it was in different spots or something weird like that. Where Follow Me Now wasn't on one of them, or spot on one of them.
I don't have Follow Me Now on mine.
I just looked at it and I see
because I love Follow Me Now too.
Okay, see, I didn't even
salute at ease and carry on. Come on, man, I love Follow Me Now too, and I love the beat on that one. And that beat is different for Manny, but it's still so I love that song. Like I said, man, I love this album.
It got taken off of DSPs. I see.
No, I see it. I see it on Tidal right here. I see it.
I'm on Tidal. Where you see it at?
It's a different version. You gotta go. So I had to go click the album, go down, and then other versions.
This is the edited version, though.
It don't
matter.
No,
so I think what happened was the album came out, and then they re-released it again or something. Because remember they signed that big major deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they threw that album back out with the Han remixes on it and a couple more songs. I'm trying to remember what happened actually at that time, but I didn't do the research on why it was like that, because I remember I had the CD. I got it from one of my friends because they had scratched it up in I forgot. I think Back That Ass Up was scratched up. I never really listened to that one on that CD, so it was fine. Then I scratched it up on different songs and got another one. And when I got the other one, I was like, oh, it's got different songs on here. The order was different and it had more stuff.
Okay.
So I think it got released twice.
Yeah, so I do see the order is different on this one, and it's got Follow Me Now on it. So UPT,
love it.
Love it. And you know what it really is, man. I was gonna say this to me is one of the weaker songs too, but really it's just every time the Big Time is on it.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true. Baby can't rap. Baby Cameron. Baby is one of them.
Yeah,
He's one of
That's
the
funny.
worst
Love that Big Timers album. That's a
record
classic.
owner rappers. Yeah, he gonna be all up in the videos, but he's really not good.
nah, not at all.
Nah, they got classic. Big Timers got classics, dog.
You know
Stop
what?
it.
You're right. No,
Yeah.
I'm not hating, but
But-
we never gonna say that those songs are good because he's barring the track up. I mean,
Right.
I assume that he's writing his own bars because they're so bad.
They're so bad. Yeah, who else writing it for him? But it's still man. Manny Fresh. We had to talk about how great of a producer this man is. Man, nobody ever talks about him when we talk about the greatest producers. He held down his whole record label. You know, we talk about people talk about how what Dre did for his crew. People talk about what RZA did with the Wu-Tang, but no one ever talks about what
Yeah, Manny is that dude, man. I mean, at this
My
time,
favorite
to me,
beats.
he was untouchable.
Yeah. So
I used to get hype after when he would like show up every once a year with somebody. Like he did a song with T.I. I remember at one point I love like Manny used to just pop up every now and then. But
he
yeah,
did a couple
I remember
songs with
during
Jeezy and
COVID.
stuff like that.
Yeah, and during COVID he did like a live
That
thing
back set
kind
thing
of.
up.
Yeah, and but no, he had a like a weekly Instagram show and stuff like that where he would just DJ and stuff, and that was fire to me.
Oh, okay. I know he did that. They had that versus too, but I didn't think
Yeah.
he had his best showing on that versus.
Nah, he didn't.
But
He
let's
didn't lose though. To me, I don't know. Some of those songs people was not giving him
Right.
points for was classics for real.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But
yeah. You know, again, we could complain about the region bias all day. So let's go. Let's go.
Don't skip these skits, bro. These skits is fire on this album.
Okay, yeah, I love that when they go to the Cash Money
20
concert.
yen.
Yeah,
Yo, that's just funny, bro. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it is
Yo,
funny.
this album is great, top to bottom, front to back, all the way through. I love the skits. I love the songs. Like, so yeah, don't forget the skits is fire.
Yeah. All right, and then Run For It, of course. Now, would you play Run For It in a Wayne versus?
Yeah, probably. I love Run For It though, but I love Wayne verse on it.
Yeah.
Wayne get on that with the black. You know what I'm saying? I love that line. I love all the stuff that Wayne doing, man. It's so funny to hear him because you almost forget he's been around so long where he would have all these songs where he wasn't cursing on them and stuff, and it's just hilarious.
So why? I mean, again, because I always this is another reason why I never understand the ghostwriting allegations for his later albums because it's like he was rapping for so long. I just don't get that logic. I don't get the logic.
I don't know, man. Maybe maybe dude did write his, Carter 1, they said, but I never really understood it either.
All right. Well then, let's go. Let's keep going.
But see, since we talked about the different order now, I don't know if you talked about. Did you skip Welcome to the New Year, or are you about to get to that?
No. I'm sorry.
said it. Yeah.
We said it, and then that's when you
Okay.
that's when you started talking about
Okay.
Follow Me Now.
The order was.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Welcome to the New Year, just the beat is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it needs to be talked about. Your man Turk got a great verse on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that we talk about every one of these great songs. These are wonderful songs. Okay.
100%.
And there's no
100%.
song, there's no R&B singer, ooh girl, ooh type stuff on here either.
Yeah, nah,
straight rapping.
That part. Yeah, or it's Juvie doing his own hooks, right? Not somebody else doing all the hooks for you, right? This is a real classic, and everybody that's on it is from his cat. You know what I mean?
No romance songs.
Nope.
We'll get to my favorite lines on here in a minute.
I don't know. Back that ass up, kind of romantic.
That's romantic. But not
ladies love it.
Not 400 Degrees. No, Juvenile on Fire. That's one of my favorite songs.
Oh yeah. That is. All right, we're gonna get to it. All right, so let's talk about rich brothers, rich people.
Oh yeah. That's fantastic. Great. There you go. You got a feature from Papa Roo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Love that song, man.
And then we get to Talib Kweli and Bun B were talking about this on one of their I think it was the episode about me. He called this the Negro spiritual. Back that thing up. Right.
Yes.
This is a classic of classics. This is one of the
Classics of classics. Yeah.
gotta be
Played
one of
at
the
every wedding, every party, like forever. For the rest of the time, it's gonna be played.
and it's
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, so I got to tell a story. That story time. So I'm driving. Like I said, me and my wife, we went out to visit some friends, and we would for their birthday. We were having a birthday party on a boat, right? And so we driving. We got to drive out there, and so I'm playing the music that we're gonna listen to while we're in the car. So of course I'm playing 400 Degrees. My wife is enjoying it, and then when we get to the boat, she decides to play this song, right? When she gets the DJ, and so let me tell you, it set the party off, right? Everybody jumped, all the girls jumped up, everybody jumped up. There's not no other song set the party off like this. Okay, not in the club, none of those 50 Cent songs that people be talking about how great they are. None of them as big as this song. All right.
Well, it's a different vibe too, man. I mean, you won't see chicks getting up and twerking and stuff. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do when the back that ass come on. You know what I'm saying? Like not some of these other type of songs. New York don't have those type of songs like that.
All right. So then, but that's part of the greatness of the album. You can't.
Oh well, I mean, this is South, man. That's what New Orleans is home of the twerking, man. I mean, who made that up? You know what I'm saying? So when this type of song come on, the beat is just so perfect, man. You know, Manny Fresh is just come on, man. The beat is so perfect. So of course,
amazing.
Yeah, this song is great.
So I wanted to. I pulled this up. All the sheer number of people who have sampled this song or used this song. Bryson, would you do it real quick? Look up all the samples of this song while we continue talking about all the stuff because it's funny. I looked at a list and it was like, it's a ton of people, right? Or either sample the beat or sample words from it, sample lines from it. Even the drop it like it's hot, all that stuff is from this song. There's so many things that are taken from this song, and that should be. You can't say that about no 50 Cent song. No, not as many. At least.
In the club is big, man.
Not as many.
Was sampled in 48 songs. It said.
Yeah, so that's a lot of songs, man. It's like I said, it's a super classic,
and they're big songs too that it's sampled in too. Like the songs that it's sampled in are hits in and of themselves.
Yeah. All right. Well, we already know that. I don't think nobody's arguing that this song ain't the shit and this album ain't great. It's just people might try to diminish it, but to me, this is up there with. I don't know how many albums in the South I can say are better than this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe 5 or 6 all time, if that.
So then let's keep going. Then, Off Top is I think the weakest song on there, and again because of the big timers.
Dang, man, they be coming after you, man. They gonna shoot up your bus while you riding down the street. Boy, you better watch out for Birdman.
And then another skit. You want to talk about the after catch?
We don't have to keep talking about them.
Right,
I like every skit. They were funny. When I listened to the album, I didn't skip them this time, and I was laughing. I was like, "Oh, I remember this. This junk is funny."
Yeah. My wife. Yeah. It was funny. My wife was like, "I don't get it," I was laughing. So, what about 400 Degrees?
Love this song.
Great song. I love the beat on this song.
Beat is great.
And then the Juvenile on Fire, you were saying, that's always funny.
That song got probably one of the best opening lines ever. I don't know, man, but it's hilarious.
What's the line?
Teach you something, you know what I'm saying? You said it's a family pod. You said it's a family podcast.
It's a family podcast.
We're gonna keep it there then.
All right. Yeah. So
ask your mom for permission, kids, when you listen to this album. You know what I'm saying? Or get the edited version.
So this album is classic, man. It's amazing. We all score it 10 out of 10. Easy.
12 out of 10, man. It's super classic to me.
All right, can we think of what albums from the South would you say are better than this album? Since you brought it up, I mean, I think we could. I would say Aquemini, AT Aliens. Those two are the two off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head, those would be the two. And then
would you put any of the
what Scarface album? The Diary?
Yeah, people. I mean, there's so
better?
many people. People will list every Scarface album for that. No Scarfaces. No, I'm
all
just
the
saying,
Scarface albums ain't better.
People,
okay, that's fine.
People are gonna. I'm just saying what people will say. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying people are gonna say Mr. Scarface is back and
nah, but this about it to me. That might be about it. Because I don't think Riding Dirty is better. I love Riding Dirty, but it ain't. I don't know if I can say it's better.
It's not better.
You know, that's it.
Would you put any of the Lil Wayne albums or any of the
no Wayne albums
over this?
Over it, I'm too biased, man. As much as I love T.I., and I was a huge T.I. fan, since I'm serious. I remember when I got I'm Serious, I remember people being like, what do you listen to? I'm like, I'm serious. T.I., this dude's great. And people, and you hear other people talk about it, they didn't even like him then. They didn't get on until later. So I'm a huge T.I. fan, but better, I can't say there's none better.
All right.
Because even one of the versions of the album got Soldier Rag on it, don't it? It's like a bonus track.
I don't know. That's what you
Soldier Rag.
I remember Soldier Rag would come on.
I thought that was on a different album or something.
It is from a different album, but I remember they stuck it on here. I thought they stuck it on here for one of those versions of the album that I had. And of course, I love Soldier Rag. Yeah. Come on, man. And when I was a kid, everybody had one. You had to iron it, get the creases right. Everybody had different colors for different outfits. You had the blue one, the red one, the gray one, the brown one, the regular black and green one. I think y'all was too young to remember this.
Yeah.
People used to. I must have been in middle school. Everybody had a Soldier Rag. And they used to buy all the colors from the store. They had them at the corner store, at the place where you go to get like hair products, like the Asian people own the store.
Yeah.
And they would have every color, and people would take them and fold them perfectly, and then iron them, and then put them in a pocket. So like one part hung out, but just like half of it. Yeah. And it'd be you put it in that. People would put them in their jabots because you had the tees, bows, and rings, and Reed. The soldiers on. And you had the Soldier Rag. And if you had on a hat that was like red, you put the red Soldier Rag. You had the blue one, you put the blue Soldier Rag. I mean, bro, the Soldier Rag was a thing. You know what I'm saying? You bought that paper, you on top, you handling business. Yo, come on, man.
Yeah.
Because you're a soldier. Throw up your Soldier Rag. That joke was great, man. So, like I said, I love Juvenile, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. So that's our Juvie appreciation segment.